Disorder has broken out in Northern Ireland after the attack last night, allegedly by a Sudanese migrant. Now, about 1,000 people gathered on the Shankill Road, which is just in front of me, down the road about 300-400 metres, and community leaders called for peace. They asked people to come out, but don't get themselves arrested. They said they'd learned from the troubles, and there was no point in young men being sent to prison. Those calls were met with angry and frustrated responses by people in the crowd. It was about 1,000 people. Before the crowd then marched up the street with a banner calling for an end to immigration. They went down a side street of a street just off of the Shankill Road, where doors were kicked in of suspected immigrants or migrants. Fireworks were thrown through, flares were thrown through, windows were smashed, cars were set on fire, as terrified residents, many of whom were children, looked on both from within the crowd and from in adjacent houses. Police came, they went down the street in the vans that you've just seen behind me, but they were quickly beat back by the crowd, who marched on them, throwing bricks, projectiles, anything they could get their hands on, forcing them into a pretty hasty retreat. They're now up the road about 200 metres away, and from the looks of it, they're getting on protective equipment, so shoulder pads, they're getting the batons, getting the helmets on. It doesn't look like they're going away.